Yo, yo, yo. It's your boys back in the building one time for the one time. Just for to sit here and say a whole bunch of stuff that don't matter. Frag Illuminati back in the building. say, say what's up to all the fellas. My guy Rock over there in the building. Say what's up, Rock.
What up, though?
G man, what you got going on, Leonard?
Hey man, I'm blending in with the background. I'm trying to lighten it up in a minute so people can see me. I must have warrants or something out or something, man. I don't know what's going
I
on,
was
man.
gonna
But
say
I'm gonna figure it
you
out.
hiding in the shadows. You shadow man today.
Yeah,
All
man.
right,
Nobody's
easy.
supposed to see me.
All right, easy. What you got going on, Bernie? How you feeling today, Bernie?
All's good, man. All's good. I'm glad that we're here for another episode, brother.
We back again, once again, here to talk about traveling today. How do you travel with your frags? What's up, everybody that's in the chat? What's happening? Gia, Natasha, AVO. Uh, yeah, like I said, we just here to talk about how we traveling today, how we are transporting these bottles for the free, because you got to smell good everywhere you go, right? You can't go out smelling bad just because you're going out of town. You got to have your stuff with you. So I'm gonna start with Rock. Come on, I'm gonna see how you usually go along with your travel situations.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you did that video for that promo, I thought of nothing but me because that's exactly how I get down. I tell you, I'm taking, especially if it's like a 4 or 5 day trip, I'm probably taking 8 to 10 fragrances with me, and I'm doing them full bottles. I'm like you. I have something like this. I have something like this, and then the
Oh
bottles
man.
I got bottles, and I got them in there. And I might put some tissue paper or something in there to keep them, or like some socks or something in there to keep them from getting smashed or whatever. But yeah, I'm one of those people that do the taboo, the stuff that you're not supposed to do.
Stop it,
Taking
man.
full
Stop it.
bottle.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it, man. You're embarrassing yourself. Andre, help that man out, man.
What?
Brother.
I'm just saying.
He just brought a
You
duffel
can't,
bag out
bro.
with a
Come
bunch
on.
of bottles clacking together. What are you doing? This is out of control. All
Fool
right,
around get arrested trying to go through the airport like that, man.
got too
Man.
much going on. Everything
If
gonna
I,
break in that bag.
yeah, FAA 311 rule, man, you can only carry 100 meals, man. You carrying like 15 of them, you gonna get busted right at the gate.
No, I
Cause we
put
ain't
it.
got no,
Trust me, I put
we
it in
ain't,
my
we
check
ain't got
bag.
no bail money, man.
It's going in my check bag, but
And now it's
it,
still a limit, man.
it's going in my check bag. But I'm taking. I've been taking full bottles, and I've been taking quite a bit, and it got me caught up because I lost my oud wood and I lost my Jershoff Renaissance that way.
Oof.
So yeah. So
Nah,
I'm
can't do that.
eager for this episode so I can learn something.
I was
I
because I got a couple tricks up my sleeve that some people might be able to take with them. I ain't gonna say everybody's guaranteed to do it because it's a little tedious, but I got a couple tricks for that. But I just want to see how everybody's doing it first. Like I don't want to just jump out there with it. I want to see what y'all doing so I can see exactly what y'all doing all the way incorrectly. So I'm gonna go with Leonard now. How do you
I'm,
travel with your?
hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, and I'll show you later on when I get a little more lighting at it. I'm gonna show you um, the fragrance house, House of Sillage. For those that are familiar with House of Sillage, they make a couple of fragrances, man, that are travel made, and they're the 100 ml bottles. So I'll show you once I get my light figured out. But
Mm,
other than taking those, I don't take a risk of losing something that of real value. So what I do is I take samples and I pack those samples in my aftershave bag, and that's the risk I'm going to take. Because the other thing you have to think about if you're flying, if you're staying in a hotel room and you leave a quality top dollar fragrance in a hotel room, somebody might decide they want to bar it when you're out on the town and it's still left in the room. So I kind of try to limit those things from happening. But if I'm
mm,
traveling in the car, it's a whole different thing, man. I carry whatever I want as long as it's covered. We talked about last week, we talked about keeping cases. For the high dollar ones, I keep them in my case when I'm traveling by vehicle so that there's a little risk of it getting damaged during transport. I ain't like Rock, man. I ain't putting no socks. I ain't putting no towels. I ain't putting none of that stuff, man.
You got to put bubble wrap in there. You tripping.
Yeah, man. I'm carrying mine safely, man. The
I
way that
mean,
boy cried over a broken ball that time, man. He
look,
talking about putting them in socks.
The socks is coming anyway, right? The socks is coming anyway. You ain't traveling without socks, right? So I'm using them to protect my fragrances when I'm in the air.
Yeah, nah, man. Nah, you can't do
No,
that. That's out of
no.
control. We
I
can't,
mean,
we
Bernie,
can't be
say,
doing that.
Bernie,
look
Bernie,
me
say,
up,
Bernie.
Dre.
No, Eric, cut it off, Eric. Go ahead and save it, Bernie.
I was Bernie, because he just put to dig himself deeper. Let's hear what you're doing, Bernie. I know you got something. You can't be this bad.
Nah, the
No.
only thing what I do is I use decants. So
Yep.
I get like 4 fragrances that I want to take, depending on how long I stay. And either I order the decants or I have a supplier make some for me so I can take it with me because I don't want the risk like Leonard was saying, someone taking it, or I get to customs and it's some type of hang up where you got to dump a bottle, and you know how hard we work to get our collection. I'm not throwing no full bottle away, you know, but I can walk away from a decant. But that's what I pretty much do. And then sometimes I may go to a mall if they have fragrances there, and I may get a smaller bottle then and just toss it right before I'm about to leave. But usually I use decants.
So with your decants, do you decant it yourself, or you just have stuff that you already decants that you already have from purchases or something?
The person I used to deal with used to do them for me, so now I have to go to a supplier so I can get.
Oh, you made her mad, huh?
She
You made her mad, huh?
so she used to do the decants and pack them in her little case, and now I just go to a supplier to get them.
Well, why not do it yourself?
I don't have the time, but I can.
Oh, you
But
got the time.
it's not really hard. It's not really hard.
It's not. This is not my open box. I'm gonna show you right here. I'm not gonna show you how to do it because I really don't feel like doing it, but I'm gonna show you what I have to do it with. So I got this. Just a box.
What is that, Dre?
A box of loose atomizers.
Okay.
Right there, empty. Comes with these particular ones. Come with this little squeezy thing. I never use this.
What is a squeezy thing, man?
I don't know what this thing is called, but I guess it's supposed to. So if you can take the top off of your bottle, which I never know how to do, but if you know how to make it easier on your life, you can just squeeze it down in that little bottle, then squeeze it in here.
You know, I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna even try to take the top off my bottle. Not that I don't know how, but I kind of go with that little philosophy. You know how when you buy a 2-liter bottle of soda, right? And as soon as you pop it, you pop that lid, at that moment, it's never as strong at it. I mean, you can close it as tight as you want, put it back in the refrigerator. And as soon as you take it back out of the refrigerator, it's never as strong as it was when you first popped it. So, and I have that fear that if I pop that lid off, that thing is going to weaken the fragrance.
That's the first time I heard that. That's the first time I heard that. I'm glad you said something about that. I never knew.
I was like, I don't try it because they stuck on there for a reason. Like if I have to do too much to get it off, I'm not messing with it.
Right.
Because they did it like that for a reason.
Bernie, don't take that to be. I don't know if that's a thing or not. That's just a concern of mine.
It makes sense though.
Right.
No, it makes sense.
So right.
Because usually what I do, I just take them. I'll take the top off, of course, and I'll just spray it directly in there until it fills up. Now it's a little bit more tedious to do that, but I don't have to worry about taking the top off my actual bottle if it doesn't come off easily.
So where do you get those, Dre?
Amazon. You just search. What I usually do, I go on Amazon. I search 10 mil atomizers. That just for them to go in my case, because for everybody that doesn't know, I drive trucks, so I refuse to be one of those truckers that stink. So I have to have so I have to take them with me. Like I got to take my baths out there. I got to take my smell goods with me because I don't want to be stinking at any time in life. So what I do, somebody in the Black Fragrance Addicts group taught me, showed me one of these. This is a fountain pen holder.
Wow.
Something I would have never thought about. You take some atomizers, and it looks just like a fountain pen almost. So now I got my label. I have my label maker somewhere around here that I don't feel like looking for. But all I did, I got some atomizers. I got the label maker, and then I just label everything. And everything came off of Amazon. So everything was relatively cheap. Doesn't cost much enough. I think this bag altogether may have been with the atomizers in it. This one holds 12. Might have ran me around $40-ish, $40, $50, something like that. So it just makes life easier. If you don't want to take full bottles everywhere, you want some little small, light, even if you're going out just to chill. I'm pretty sure they have one smaller than this, but if they got some that you just want to take out with you if you had a nice event and you want to reapply yourself, I'm pretty sure they got smaller ones. Just take something like that. You need a little bigger in your life.
Hey, we can see G-Man now.
Yeah, to move and get some light, man.
And we was going through the cruise of your house. Would you stay in like a 5-star hotel or something?
You're supposed to be looking at all that, man.
It's beautiful in that bad boy for
You got a whole mansion. We sitting around here still trying to get there.
Man, y'all look here, man. Y'all just like we're gonna be 30 years from now, man. All in people conversation, who's in the car with you, what they saying, all that other kind of stuff, man. Y'all supposed to be listening to Dre. That's what I was doing.
No, you got to moving around. All the focus went elsewhere.
Trying to get some light, man. Trying to get some light.
Mother, you back in there now? You good and well lit now.
Okay, Dre. Avio asked a question. He wanted to know, is it a plunger? I guess he's asking what those atomizers are. Those the type that you just pop in, bounce.
Oh no. Right. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Right.
I'm still learning. I'm still in the learning phase as far as the most efficient way to fill an atomizer myself. So right now I'm just doing it the way I know. So these are just the
so anybody use those type of atomizers, the ones that you set on top of your bottle?
That's the ones that I used to use.
Right. Are they good? Are they efficient?
They do the job, but I like the ones like Dre is showing. The atomizers are not as good, but they're easy to carry, and you find yourself using more because the atomizers are not as good. But those are the ones that she used to use. She ordered them, and they came in a pack of 10 or something like that, and she would mark them, and then she would go ahead and set them up. But I like the ones where you get it from the supplier, or like what Dre was showing. Because the atomizers are better, and it just to me, they travel better than those other ones. They're not as good, but they do the job.
Natasha said they leak a little bit too.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, yeah. See, that's another reason I didn't want to mess with those because like it's bound for something. If it can go in there, it can come out. So.
One concern that I had, and folks are saying it was because when you are filling them up, you're spraying it. And so when you're spraying it, you're actually spraying the top note, right? And so I'm wondering, when you do that, are you not getting the full experience of the fragrance because you've already sprayed out the top note?
I mean, if I have, I don't notice it.
I don't know.
It's gonna smell like. I don't think there's a way to spray the top note out.
And I think the other thing we have to realize, man, it's only for a temporary situation.
True.
That's just something to carry you on while you're on travel, man. Because you have your good stuff on, and this is while we got some light. I'm gonna show you what I know. Like this is House of Sillage, and if you can see the top of it, there's a little button, and then that button, you hit the button. It moves it over so you can hit the atomizer and spray it. And then you close it back when you're traveling so that it doesn't leak out. You didn't accidentally hit it. So they make this like that. So there's a couple of bottles I have that's made that way for traveling purposes. And so I think it's good. Now the downside of it long term is if the switch messes up, then I wouldn't have a way to get to my fragrance. But I
Yeah,
hadn't
that's
had that
true.
problem yet.
I love them. They've been doing that for a while, so I don't think I
Mhm.
haven't heard of anybody having that problem as of yet. Because I started out when I really got into the fragrance game. That was one of the first ones I got was from I forgot what it was called, red bottle from House of Siage. It was one of
Oh,
those vanilla. I think
Was
it
it
was
number
Coke or something
one?
like. I think it was number one, the one that
Yeah,
smells kind of like Coke or something like that.
yeah. That's the red bottle. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's an old one
I
too.
I haven't heard of anybody having a problem out of the actual spring and the mechanism. So they
No,
have to. I'm pretty sure if other people would adopt that same philosophy, then they would probably have problems because they wouldn't do it correctly. But House Seahawks, I know they make theirs good. I have to say, oh, what was I on? Oh, so yeah, I was just going through the sizes of the little packagings I have. So I guess I'll continue with that.
yeah, because I think you got some pretty neat ideas. It's creative, man.
mhm,
Some of the stuff you
mhm.
have,
It's
and the first time
genius.
you posted one, and I'm not jumping, but you'll show uh
Oh yeah,
the the one that you have is probably gonna blow everybody away because I've never seen anything like that. Can't be bought in the store. It was something you created
no.
as one off, and I thought it was neat, man.
And I actually got that idea because this idea here I got from one of the members in the group, Buck MB. At least that's what his name is on there. I don't know what his actual name is, but him and his wife actually gave me this idea because he was doing the same profession as I do. So I was like, all right, that's pretty genius. I don't usually like atomizers, but I'm like, it's better than taking 4 bottles on the road because then
Mhm.
all my bottles get damaged. So I just did that, and I'm like, all right, cool, that works. Okay, Natasha said, Marcus, what's happening, D? Um, but for what Leonard is talking about, the main attraction, which everybody seems to go crazy over.
Before you show that, Drake, tell us what happened last week while you had to leave the show.
Oh, I completely forgot about that. I wasn't able to join the show last time, guys. I'm actually just getting returned, probably about 2 or 3 days ago. I was abducted by aliens. So yeah, there you
That's why
go.
he got
This
the
nut,
throat,
this hey man, this
huh?
nut told me aliens got him because they were trying to get his case of Roger Doves, man, and he had him handcuffed to his hand, and
Yeah,
so
man.
he
So when
said
I
he
tried to
fought for
come
his
in,
dear
and like
life.
my stuff was all over the place. It was the aliens, man. I mean, they mess with the signals and all that. And I was trying to get in to yell for help, but everybody was just like, "Hey, get out of here, Dre." I was like, "Hey, guys, I need help." But whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. I forgive you guys. All of you that try to keep me out, I forgive you. Don't worry about it.
And I told everybody you gonna be good today, man.
Nah, nah, we're not doing that. Not me. Was it? I don't know who said that, but lies. So this this is the case that Leonard is referring to. This is a smaller one. Yeah, this is a smaller one I have for those who have not seen. This is the infamous Roja case. Roja. There's a few missing because I had to spread them out. With this, I got a top layer. Do I? Yeah. Ugh. And there's nothing at the bottom layer of this one. But this is just something I feel like if you want, because I'm extra. Everybody knows I'm extra. I don't like taking decants, so I take this good case with me when I'm on road trips because I also want to show off to people who may not be familiar with fragrances the way a lot of us are. So I like them to see the presentation when I'm presenting a juice to them. When they say, because a lot of people are like me. you get intrigued by the sight of what you're seeing. So then, if I want to be extra, I be feeling like I have like a business meeting to do, which I don't. I bring out the big boy. This one.
I mean, he carrying it like it got some weight on it, like it's heavy.
Oh, it got some weight. God damn it.
Oh, man.
Man down, son.
What supposed to happen?
Man down.
Hey, man.
But
Great. I almost had a heart attack, man. I ain't been the same since I dropped my Clive, man.
no, see, but that's the beauty of this. Supported by the cushions. So you get no damage to your products if that does happen to happen. And I have some tweaks I have to do. You can figure out how you want to do it yourself. But that's just one of the things I've learned to do. And these cases I think came from Harbor Freight. You can go to Harbor Freight or somewhere like that and just pick up the case, and they have a pick and pull foam inserts. So you just put your bottle in there, take the foam insert out to whatever shape your bottle is, and you're good to go.
Now, do you have the ability to put a lock on that?
Oh yeah,
it's just like a gun case.
That's what it's made for. It's made for a couple of different things. You can use. I've seen a lot of people use them as gun cases, camera. Like if you're a photographer,
yeah,
they'll use the you put your photography equipment in it. What else have I seen? It's a few different things I've seen.
We use them too for our narcotics, and we put 2 locks on it. Yeah, and their box is very durable because we had one that fall. I think it fell like 4 feet down, and it didn't damage the narcotics or nothing inside.
Now, when you say narcotics, you talk
airport.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking narcotics, just make sure we're on the straight path. Everybody know they're legal narcotics for medical treatment, right?
Yeah. we had a person fall off the scaffold.
I don't want anybody come knock. Hey man, I don't want the FBI come knocking on your door, bro.
Nah, we had somebody fall from the scaffold, and we took the
drugs.
Medication. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But when the box fell, I'm like, man, he threw. And then when we opened it, they didn't break. So that box that he's showing, that's the same one we use for the department. So that's legit.
Dre, have you ever taken it through the airport?
Huh?
Have you ever taken that thing through the airport?
I'm gonna be honest.
Any of those big cases through the airport?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I don't fly. I refuse.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why you get on a spaceship then, man?
Oh, they abducted me.
You said that's the definition of abduction, Leonard.
Hey man, he posted he was a NASA flight engineer or something, man. So
that's not. I don't consider that flying. You just shooting out of space real quick.
Some of the listeners, when you're dealing with those atomizers, I also noticed on 2 of my trips when the plane is going up, I guess the pressure sometimes forces them to leak. So like what Eric was talking about, wrapping it up, I noticed that like a few times, 1 or 2 of them was leaking, and they weren't leaking beforehand, but someone was telling me because of the pressure of the plane, it does something to the atomizers too. So just be careful with that.
Well, I say
food Ziploc bags now.
You said food stamps if you can reuse atomizer with a different
let me tell you who that is, man. That's my dude, France, man. He told me who he was after the first time we saw I posted. Yeah, that's France, man. So that's who that is.
I'm probably gonna forever call them food stamps now.
He said food
stamps. I mean, I'm stuck calling you that now. It's over. But you can use atomizers. That's actually what atomizers are good for. You can reuse them for different fragrances. All I suggest is that you thoroughly clean it if you're not trying to get a mix of whatever else you're trying to put in there. So what I usually do, I'll probably put like some dishwashing liquid, hot water and all that. Well, same way you clean anything else, and just thoroughly clean it probably a couple times until you really don't smell nothing no more, and then you can use again. If not, then you might have some remnants of what you had in there beforehand, and in that case, I usually don't care anyway because, like we said, you don't. These aren't. You're not typically using atomizers all the time anyway. These really
And
just
if
for instances when you're going out of town. So
and if it does smell a little different, somebody just tell somebody you were going through a layup process.
Real. That's real.
Oh Lord.
That's real.
Larry. Appreciate that.
Now you know
Larry.
what? Once I had a atom. I dropped the fragrance once, and like my 'cause
I'm
you
not
know,
surprised, man. Wrapping them up in socks, putting them in 15 bottles in a
oh
bag. I ain't
God,
surprised. I'm
Lord have
surprised it's
mercy.
only one.
Right. But I dropped the bottle once in the atomizer for a jazz club. And you know, they don't come with tops, they don't come with lids on the Mason Margielas. And that one chipped. And I was trying to get that out to put it in a decant, and I couldn't open it, right? And so I ended up just buying a whole nother bottle of Jazz Club. But yeah, those things are just difficult to take off for real.
You couldn't salvage that one at all?
No, I
Get
mean I can
anything out of
spray
it?
it, but it just, instead of it, you know, spraying, it's skeeted, and so
Pressurized.
Oh, it's
yeah,
skeeted,
mhm, right, right.
Bernie,
Of course, Bertie.
I
Come
mean,
on, thinking about something
I
completely
did kind
different.
of set this up as a family show, y'all.
Bertie had to take it there.
Yeah, it's skeeted.
now Avail's talking about you can use rubbing alcohol. I don't know what that's for, man.
For
I
what?
was
This
he knows
Rubber
some stuff we don't know though, but he's
rubber
just trying to
alcohol
pretend
for
like
what?
he don't.
We talking about rubbing alcohol to reuse the atomizer with rubbing alcohol for what?
Probably
I don't know.
take the lid off so it's not skeeting.
Oh no, I think he was referring back to I got
to
stamps
cleaning it.
to clean it. He said, yeah,
Okay.
that's
Oh,
what he meant by
Okay.
that. Mhm.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm about to
Right.
say, I ain't tried that one yet. I'm about to say y'all can teach us some stuff too because we don't know everything.
Yeah.
I do want to know if anybody does know about traveling on a plane or something with fragrances because I have no idea about it.
No,
I
I
already told
researched
you.
it. They
I
have a
got my
FA
bag here, and I put
the
my
F
fragrances in my bag, and
there
I'll
you go
be
again,
rolling
man.
about 10 deep, and I put towels and whatever in there to layer it, and I'm straight. And put
I
it in there
forgot
with
the
my
I
shoes, and
forgot
put
the
it in my
amount.
big bag with my shoes.
It's
That's a good question.
it's called it's called the 311 rule. And you can't take any more than a 100 ml bottle or
There you
3.4.
go. Yeah, I was about to check. Yeah.
And then
Hmm.
if you take it in a bag, if you do like 3 ounces or you take different levels, then it's got to be in a bag like 16 by 9, 6 inches by 9. So the most you can look at carrying on is like 3 ounces, 3.4 max, 100 mils.
Mm.
And
I'm with that.
I
Yep.
wouldn't risk that, man, because like Bernie said earlier, you go to the airport and they decide they don't want to let you take it through. You got a couple $100 fragrance you got to pour out. I just missed my flight. I'm telling you
Yeah,
now, I
man,
catch
forget
Yeah,
another.
that.
I would too. I'm
Not
definitely missing
happening.
my flight. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
I always put mine in check bags. I never take it on my carry on. I put
Mhm.
well, don't
my fragrances is going with me on my check bags. They're not going.
are you taking the ones of value?
Yeah,
You're taking a gamble every time you get your luggage back there.
and this is true. And this is
And
true.
so I don't. That's
Right.
why I
I
can't.
mean, like I said, when we first started the show, I'm a poster boy for what not to do. So,
I thought. Wait a minute. I thought that was Dre's title.
Oh no, he gonna have to take it on this one because I'm not getting on the plane. I
right.
refuse.
Yeah, I'm a
I'm
poster
driving
child for
everywhere.
what not to do. But and like I said, I end up losing 2 bottles. But the only reason why I lost 2 bottles is because my luggage broke and those bottles got lost. But I never had anything confiscated.
Oh,
But
so that's the story they told you.
right.
Yeah.
No,
Meanwhile,
unless
the
they the ones
guy
that broke my
loading the bags
bottle,
onto the
broke my
huh?
luggage. Unless they the one that tore my luggage, then yeah. But
Did you notice that the guy that was putting the bags on the conveyor belt smelled just like what you lost?
He came out with the dustiest outfit, smelling good.
He's old. He said he got some rich wood. Let me get that up off of him.
Yeah, man.
Shit, let me get that. He got some rich wood.
Now, let me see. Oh, we got the they saying they taking that in they travel bags and satchels and purses and makeup bags. We ain't got none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I hope not. Not makeup bags anyway.
We ain't got. I hope we got purses either. What you talking about?
not that there's anything wrong with makeup
Oh
bags.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
nothing wrong with
If
it.
that's your thing.
If that's your thing.
Yeah, I see what you're looking at, Bernie. Bernie looking all up at the sky.
I mean, y'all gonna
Hey,
have
you
at
two gonna look at this joke like we're gonna censor this one.
Mhm.
This one is not gonna be monetized
Mhm.
with the skeets and all of that. Yeah.
Y'all did that. It's not me. Y'all out here reckless. You guys are
No,
reckless.
but
Trying to kill.
I think that the main thing that Dre is trying to address to everybody, and the basis of the show is how to travel with your fragrance in a safe manner. You
Yeah,
have to be wise in what you do.
There's some different options.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
then
have to
I'll
stop
tell
doing
you
what you're
this:
doing.
I've got a couple of cheapies. I'll take the designers that are cheapies that I will take, on a plane that I could afford to lose, and I wouldn't have any heartache if I did lose them. But I try to minimize the risk and try to minimize the possibility of loss.
I do that too.
Depending on the vacation, what type of fragrances are you taking with you?
Whatever I got as a sample, man. Whatever I got is cheap, because it's, to me, it's temporary. The good stuff, I don't want to take a risk of losing it. And really, if I'm on vacation somewhere, I'm not concerned about how I'm smelling as long as I'm smelling decent. But you're on vacation. You may lay in the bed 6 8 hours longer than what you normally lay around at the house.
Sure.
So my outlook kind of changes on that. So, I know, like, if you go on a cruise, I got a brother that does cruises, and he goes on cruises to sleep. And I said, well, man, you cruise on a 5-day cruise, you sleep all the whole day? He said, yeah, because I work so many hours during the week that I really don't get my rest. It's real relaxing. So it depends on what your outlook is and what you're getting out of it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not that reserved. I'm extra. I take all the good stuff. Everything good that I have, I take it. I don't care. Like, I am confident in my travel abilities, and I also keep looking at it 24/7.
Yeah.
That
Well, yours pretty much confined. You're with them, and when you're not, they're confined and locked up in a safe location. So that's different from being in a hotel room or traveling on a plane with them.
That is true. Because
now let me ask this question, guys.
stuff.
Let me ask this question, because this question, my boy France had asked me this question when we talked, I think, a week or so ago, and that's Mr. Food Stamps to you, Andre.
Okay.
He asked me about fragrances, man, because he and I talk about fragrances. He was asking me about taking fragrances in a car, doing a gym workout. What do you carry in a bag? Things like that. So what I told him, you have to be careful storing stuff in bags, because there's a temperature amount, especially leave them in a car. If you leave in a hot car, then it diminishes the life of the fragrance. So if you're going to do that, keep them in a gym bag. Take only those things you can afford to lose, because gym bags get lifted too. And take something that, that's not as high in value as what you have in your collection, so that if it does get overheated or it gets affected by the temperature, then you're not at a big loss. But I didn't recommend keeping any fragrances in a car. Anybody keep a fragrance in a car?
No, I learned my
No.
lesson. I learned my lesson from that as well. But I will carry my scent of the day with me, right? I carry, I have a little bag that I carry my laptop in and my stuff that I'm gonna take to work with me. My scent of the day will be in that. And once I'm at work and at my desk, I actually and it draws a lot of conversation while I'm at work because I will take that fragrance out and just set it on my desk, right? And that's not even if I'm going to reapply it or not. I just take it out so it's not sitting in the bag, it's not sitting in the car, but it's with me in case I do need to reapply.
Yeah, I think Bernie took one to work and came up a couple of sprays missing.
Shout out to Ramon. He probably tuning in today. Yeah, I caught him in my bag. He was messing with that tiger. Caught him in my bag. I'm like, come on, bro. What we doing, man? But I have I guess you call it shaving bag, and I do the same thing Eric does. I keep that with me. That's what I usually post in the groups, and I make sure that it's in room temperature. And as soon as I get home, I go straight in the house and put it back up where I got it from. I try not to leave it out like that because we
I
spend
had
way
one
too
bottle.
much. Go ahead.
I had one bottle that I kept in the car, and that was Polo, I think number 3 or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. I kept it in the car for about a year.
I thought you said it was Sex Panther.
Nah, that wasn't that one. I just got that. Nah, that
Dre
one.
said that's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
he said that's
but you know what it is? It's literally Liz is that old school Liz Claiborne Bora Bora. That's all it is. And they put it in. I'm confident that all they did was take a bunch of those and pour it in another bottle. So it's actually good. Would I ever wear it? Probably not. But
That's possible.
No. That's what I'm thinking because it smells exactly like it to the T. I'm like, it ain't bad for what it is. Would I wear it? Absolutely not. But it's good. Can't be mad.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question for Eric. Eric,
what's up?
Did Detroit win, man?
Huh?
Did Detroit win?
No, they lost to the bye week. You know that?
Yeah. Well, I figured they were gonna lose either way, whether they play or whether they don't. You know the Cowboys playing tonight, right?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
We got y'all next week.
Philly.
We got y'all next week.
Save your ticket, man. Don't even show up, bro.
Oh boy.
We got I mean, I'm gonna talk to you later on in the week about it. I want to see who come back healthy. But yeah, I'm not holding my. I'm not.
It sound like a little wave today over
talking about my Lions like this, man.
See, look at
like a little wave.
Like you trying to extend this thing again, man.
Huh?
Bernie,
get up out of here. Y'all tripping.
He was waving flags and everything else the other week, man. These flags, hats, and all that. Now he's just quiet.
That was at Bernie. Well, look, we beat y'all when we waving my flag back at you again. So it's all good.
Your flag, man. Don't even bring it out because that ain't gonna happen, man. Now, Vail was saying that by keeping fragrances in the car, change the composition of fragrance in a fast manner. So I believe that to be true too.
Yeah.
Like I said, my Polo never changed. Polo lasted forever. I had that in the car for a whole year. It lasted for the rest of life until I threw it away.
In Alabama?
Yeah. I don't know what it was like, but I also kept it in my center console, so that could have played a part because it never actually saw sunlight, and I don't know how hot it actually gets in the center console. I'm pretty sure it was hot though, but it stayed together for the longest, and then I eventually just threw it away because I knew it was bad, but I didn't admit it to myself, and it doesn't matter. But time to get up out of here, fellas. I think we had a good show. Time to say goodbye to everybody. Hope all y'all had a good time. Learned a little bit of something about traveling with something. And if you decide not to take our advice, I hope all your fragrances fail.
Can I say something for a second, Dre?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to ask everybody that's watching and even y'all on the panel, Just want to solicit y'all prayers. I did find out I have a death in my family earlier today.
Oh, really?
So I want to say a prayer to everybody in the Holly family. I got you, and hopefully I'll probably be seeing you in the next couple of weeks. To my cousin Gloria, rest up, sweetheart, and we love you, and y'all have a good one.
Yeah, prayers to you and
Prayers
your
to your
family, man.
man.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
I thought you were gonna say something being funny, man, but that's straight up, man.
Right.
Straight up, man. You know your brothers got love for you, man. So if you
Thank
need anything, man, short of money, holler at me.
Okay, I got you.
I knew you was coming with the foolery.
Right.
I knew it.
I got you.
No, but straight up prayers for you, bro. And reach out and touch us, man, if you need to.
Thank you.
Because you know we got your back, man. Straight up.
Thank
You
you.
already know it.
Yeah.
Once they have. Oh, I'm tripping. One thing before we go. I'm pretty sure everybody always forgets this part. Sin of
Thanks
the
to
day.
everybody that's sending prayers. I appreciate you.
Like and subscribe too, Dre.
Oh no, sin of the day. Y'all tripping.
Okay, go ahead. Your floor.
Yeah, we bringing out this Thomas Kazmala. How do you say that?
Thomas Kamalas.
Thomas Kalabala. That guy. We bringing that out there in this luxury box.
Turn it around, man. Hold it up.
Oh no,
Let us
ain't
see
nothing. Ain't nothing. I'm showing the bottle right here. I took it out already. It's too late. Don't worry about it. But we bringing out the white oud, trying that out for size. Like I told
you. How is it?
It's honestly fire. If you can make it past the first 10 minutes of smelling like an old lady, you in the game, coach.
And see, when we talked about that, didn't we? Because when you told me those notes, when you typed those notes, I put in the group chat. I said, "Look," I said, "Dog, are you sure? Because what are those notes? Jazz? What are those notes?"
Yeah, I was thinking they're gonna lean feminine too, man. That's the same thing I said.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy. What got me was the bourbon, vanilla, and oud, and it was something else. I can't remember what it was because I can't remember all the notes off the top of the head because I'm not a note guy. But it did ended up working. This is not something I would recommend to everybody. Not that you can get it anyway, but if you could, I wouldn't recommend it to everybody. It's definitely something you got to get your nose on. But one of the special things about it, which is one of the reasons I bought it, is because there's only a limited amount. So it's a good piece to have because you can use it as for selling purposes or whatever you want, or just to have something special in your collection that you say, okay, I know for a fact nobody else has this. Like
and the presentation is stellar. The presentation, is stellar.
Because it comes in this little box with the let's see,
got the key,
little insert thing right there that it sits in. Got your white dangly key thing. You lock it up, you good. So yeah, this would be a good one to have. I know it's something I won't be wearing often because I can't find another bottle.
Yeah. And the top notes to that fragrance is rose. What was another one?
Is it lavender?
Lavender.
It was it lavender?
Rose,
jasmine.
Lavender, jasmine, lily of the valley. Was it lily?
No, I think it was like osmosis or something like that. Whatever how you said it.
Right. Most of the scents that when you hear it, you think of a grandma scent. So right. So right.
But it actually came from because the dude has a whole line to where he did for the Middle East. So there's a whole backstory I don't feel like going through right now, and I don't care. Whatever. It's special, guys. Don't worry about it. You can't get it anyway. But
and I don't. Yeah, that's my kind of fragrance. I got 2 Thomas Kamalas, and they're actually pretty good, man. They're long lasting. The longevity's good on them. 3 or 4 sprays, man. You good for the day. And they run about $200, man, for 100 mils. So they're reasonable as far as a niche fragrance. And that line that Dre got was their attempt to produce an oud-based Middle Eastern fragrance similar to a Middle Eastern fragrance. But I think on that one, from what I understand, the content of the materials was so expensive that they couldn't afford to keep making it, so they discontinued it. And they have another one called Black Oud, which is also in that line. And you're not gonna find that one. The white oud is bad enough to find, but the black oud, you're
If
not
I
gonna
mess around
find
and find
those.
that, it's over. I
Yeah.
am getting it immediately. Oh,
Black
Danisha said it's
Oud.
a blend of white roses, fresh jasmine, gardenia, and rich
Gardenia.
with sweet however you say that word. I don't know how to read.
Peony and
Floral
magnolia.
veil of
I think what got
pinot.
me was the mid and the base. Those, I
Yeah.
think.
Right. Those were the ones that were attractive because you said the bass notes were what we were like, okay. But we looked at the top notes and we were like, well, you gotta get to the bass notes before
you know.
So, right.
That's the rough part, but the good thing about it is the top doesn't last too long. So you make it through that pretty quickly, so you don't have to really sit with it for too long. But it does last. I think the first time I sprayed it on my hand. It probably lasted an easy 11 hours.
Oh wow!
Well, could you smell the rose in it? Did it have rose?
Yeah.
I don't think it had rose.
Denisha
So if it
thank you,
did,
Denisha.
it's not really like heavy rose. If there is any rose in it.
Yeah,
I think you get more of the osmosis.
Denisha posted the notes. They were a blend of white roses, fresh jasmines, gardenia, sweet osmosis, and peony and magnolia.
Yeah, I think the gardenia is what threw me, man. When I saw that, I'm like, man, that's gonna lean feminine, man.
Yeah, and like I said, like once I sprayed it on the day, and I got a chance to sit with it for a minute. This is something that this isn't an everyday wear. If you do wear it, this puts me in suit and tie mode.
Well, I'm actually glad you decided to wear it today. That way, you at least was able to tell us about it.
Just a little bit of something. Like I said, I mean, I don't know how many people are gonna get a chance to actually get their hands on it, but you know, it's cool. Like I said, I'm not mad at it at all.
Right.
Now, I did a full wearing of that Projet Royal that I got X-Straight. Man, that stuff is bad, bro. Ooh,
thanks, Laquita.
Ooh. And I mean bad in a good way.
Thanks, Avio.
Yeah, that's some bad stuff.
Thanks,
man.
Denisha. Thanks, Natasha.
Laquita.
You gonna mess around and make me buy that?
Just add it to the list.
No, you don't need that, man. You don't need that.
You know what, man?
Okay, I missed it. What
hey, Dre,
Dre not to buy?
You know, Dre, you know how I am, man. If y'all start coming up with the same stuff I got, I'm getting rid of it, man. Because I'm trying to be a little different from what y'all are doing. I don't dabble in your Middle East stuff, so stay out of my stuff.
All right, man. I'm out. Don't worry about it. Until there's a few. Now I can't lie. I am gonna dabble in the Clyde Christian a little bit. That Rock Rose has to be mine. I have to have.
I don't have Rock Rose, so that's fine. That's fine.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
As long as you know, that was that one.
And I'm letting you know now. I'm thinking about getting that Fougere Royale too, because I got the 10 milliliter of that, and that is fire.
I thought you had the full bottle. What is that? You got a full bottle? That's New
I got the fig one. I got the Fougere the Fougere New York.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's a fig.
I sampled that one, man. That's new.
Right. That's a fig scent. It's a completely different than what you got. That one you got is Fougere, right. But I don't know how much different it is from, because you got the X-Straight, right?
Right.
The sample I have is the Parfum, so I don't know how different it is. But that one, I love it. I wore it to bed one night, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "That's nice."
It's good, man.
And I really don't like Fugères, but that was nice.
Hey, man, Denise was right on point with a comment, man.
You gonna stop telling us what's in his collection, so we don't know no more.
You got to buying what you're buying, man.
out of control. Now I'm just gonna end up. I'm gonna accidentally have your whole collection now.
No, well, you're gonna break in the house and get it, man. That's what's gonna have to happen. But you know what?
Oh no,
You go on the road more than I do, so I can go to Alabama too, bro.
I mean, you gotta make
Hey,
your
Drake,
way.
you ain't got enough cases, man, to carry them all with you. So I mean,
Oh, you think? You
oh
think?
no, you
Oh
don't.
no, I got about 7 of these. Trust me, they all go
So
with
he
me.
coming on a heist.
Hey, Drake, 7 won't carry 150, man.
Oh yeah, easily. I got what? All right, you might be right. Whatever. It could have been. Stop plotting on me.
Bernie, what we talking about next week?
We're gonna talk about the application of fragrances. Now, it's real controversial on a lot of boards, so we're gonna talk about that next week.
Bernie say he's gonna spray about 20 times and have an oxygen mask on.
If somebody say you keep spraying like that, you're gonna have chemical poison or something, man. I bust out like but we're gonna talk about that because it's a topic that we've been seeing pop up a lot, so we're gonna address it next week.
That should be another good one.
Yep.
No doubt.
Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Sound like a good little topic for next week, fellas. Because I definitely need some help with my applications because I spray everywhere and anywhere.
Like, follow,
so we
subscribe.
I'm there,
Share
like,
us
comment.
out,
Well,
people.
no, not comment. Well, comment too. Like if you're watching late, comment. We'll reply to you. We ain't got nothing to do. So subscribe to us, turn a little notification bell thing on so you can be notified when we go on live if you're not paying attention on none of the groups that we say 1,000 times on. Follow us on Instagram because we don't do anything on Instagram, but we post all day. And then follow us on Facebook because why not? Just do it.
Yeah, Denisha Andre did his send up today.
Denisha,
no, we just do. We do whoever leads the show just shows theirs unless y'all want to say y'all something today.
No, I'm doing the House of Siage, man. The classic.
Yeah, let me put that on the list.
Right, they don't make them anymore.
And I'm doing Black Afghano, and this was by Nasamato. It starts off with a cannabis note. So so but it's nice. I got quite a few compliments on this today. So
well, I tell you what, Eric, you're in Colorado, you're in a state where marijuana is legal. You can wear that, man. I can't wear that in Texas. I get pulled by the police and go to jail, man.
But to me, it does not smell like marijuana at all. To me, it doesn't, it doesn't smell, but it doesn't smell like marijuana. I'll leave it at that. All right.
Bernie, what you got, man?
I posted it earlier. Iris from Dar, was it Dar Al-T?
What size bottle is that, man?
I'm just under 100.
Is it 100?
Just under 100.
That's nice.
Like 80, ain't it? 80 or 90?
Yeah. Them ragly mother. I'm skipping my language. Yeah. It's not 100 mils.
They not making 100. They not making 100 at all.
Now, Jill smells like marijuana spoil like.
Huh?
Now, Jill, you on the West Coast. You ought to know by now. You shouldn't be so sheltered.
G out here tripping. Marijuana smells like armpits. That's what it smells like. There you
go. Oh, okay.
Hey, man, I told Dre this. I got a Lictimus coming. Black caviar. I should be getting that. Dre said it's okay, but I picked it up for a good price, man. And sometimes you come across stuff, it's not on the list, but it's
a bargain.
It's a bargain. So I figured if it's something I wouldn't go with, because Dre said it's pretty good.
I was like, Gia swears by it.
Does she?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
It's good to me.
Avio, this is a 30 ml, and I think this 30 ml went for $165. So yeah, you're right. These are kind of expensive, right?
Not really bad.
Right. But this is a 30 ml for $165, though, Dre. So
that's a 1.0.
I mean, I got that other one. I don't know what it's called, but I got one of them. I'm trying. I think it's. I want to try the pardon. How do you say that?
I got Pardon. Pardon, I love it. Pardon is great.
Yeah, that's going on the list.
But it's strictly like a date night scent. It's not an everyday type scent. It's when it's another one of those cigar bars and jazz club type fragrances. So yeah.
Well, y'all, with the cold months coming along, man, are y'all ready to pull out some of those winter fragrances, cold weather fragrances?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I am.
And Gia
I've already been pulling them out.
Gia is listed as unisex, but to me it leans a strong masculine. To me, it kind of reminds me of the Blue Beast, right? So and if you don't know what the Blue Beast is, that's Interlude Man by Amarage. So it kind of reminds you of that because it has that oud, it has the incense, it has the
oud.
Right, it has the oud, it has the incense, it has coffee, right? So, but it's to my nose, it smells great. And if you looked at my post today, I gave it a low rating, but it's definitely going up. But yeah, it's definitely going up because I don't spray this as much because it is a winter scent, and because it does have that that cannabis note. Somebody else may smell it, and so I don't wear it as much. So that's why that its rating got kind of skewed. But it is a good scent. After wearing it today, I still smell it, and I sprayed it on at like 11 o'clock this morning. So I still smell it strong. So it lasts all day.
Now my boy France asked a question. He said the way women carry fragrances, lipstick, and other cosmetics during a night out event, should men carry fragrances on their possession too? In their possession on their person too?
You can.
Yeah, well,
if you got something that doesn't last long.
Yeah, like myself and Bernie just said, I carry mine with me all day, right? And I can use a pouch like this to carry it in. So but it also, has my inhaler and stuff in there too. So, I mean, folks might call that a male purse or something, but
I was about to, but I held back. I was about to, but I held back.
Well, I tell you what's a good idea. That case that you had, a small case you have, Andre.
Yeah,
the pen case.
I'm about to say, if you can get one that might be a little bit smaller than this, because it's pretty much the same thing as you got Rock, but this is just strictly fragrances. So I think something like Rock has might be a little bit better because you can carry more stuff like outside of just fragrances.
Well, I'm thinking
if you need to, but if you can find one that's smaller
something like
and then you can just carry, like if you wear like a blazer or something like that, and a jacket, and you just put it in your jacket pocket and have maybe 2, maybe 3 atomizers in it, that'd do you just fine.
Right.
We can't do what Rock's doing. I don't have enough socks and towels to do what Rock's doing, man.
Look, no socks and towels going here. This has its own cushion. And plus, this ain't being thrown around like a suitcase might be on the
Dre, he falls for it all the time, man. Eric is always too serious, man.
It's so easy to get them. I don't know why.
Serious.
Another thing to go with the question is, like, I smoke. I don't think y'all do. So I usually have like a decant or a sample on me. And if I'm out doing whatever or when I'm at work, I keep one on me, like a little sample or a little decant.
What kind of decant is it? Like, is it a glass decant or something? Because I'm trying to see how do you carry it around in a way that it doesn't break.
Well, I'll keep it in my top pocket in my work jacket. So if I'm smoking or something, I wash my hands and then spray up. Especially if I'm around a patient, I don't want to give off that smell. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I usually try to keep one on me. If I don't, then I have it, like Rock said, inside my bag in my buggy, and then I can just put it on afterwards.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Well, seems like we had a good time today, fellas.
No doubt.
Yeah, Cowboys about to come on, man.
We shall see y'all good people next week. where we talk about applying fragrances, and if you, because I gotta see who's overspraying here, because I'm trying to get to that point, but I'm still scared. So we gonna holler at y'all next week. Been nice talking to y'all and showing y'all stuff as usual. Bye.
Bernie, I want to play.
Bye.
You gotta get rid of it.
Hey man, y'all got to remember cut me off, man. I don't know how to cut this thing off, man. Holla, Bernie, holla.
I'm on my way to go get these eats, bro.
This you,
Cut,
right?
yo,
You don't know how to cut this off, man.
Am I still on, man?
We
Still
still
alive, man.
end it, Rock.
Oh.
Yeah, we still alive.
We can't
Radio
leave.
Illuminati,
Cut,
y'all.
Eric, cut.
Look down.